checking.
ahead. Does anyone have an axe?
We're not bringing back these.
One of them go flying off that way if you wanted to try to find it.
No, we're already here. Can I? I don't have an axe. I really need an axe. Shit.
I'm not. Why would no?
No, I don't think any of us have one. That's annoying.
No,
No.
we all have non-axes.
We can inform them of possibility these were their companions' fate, but we won't know
Actually,
for
I have
certain
hand
until we-
axes.
Yeah,
I have hand
axe.
axes.
Until we
Yeah.
continue to get to the place we're supposed to get. So.
We're here, aren't we? Close.
I hand them a
We're
hand
close.
axe.
No, you'd be doing it, Luca. It's fucking Stalbor.
Well, I like, I'm being nice. I'm like, off it. Like, you can do things.
He's like, Luca, give me a head, please.
All right, I'll take my hand axe and chop at this thing's head.
Doesn't need to be clean.
Yeah.
Take a...
Takes a
That's
while,
gonna,
but
I'll
it
just
is
pop it in
splitting
the bag
wood.
of holding with like stuff.
You
that's
do-
gonna get all over everything else in that like bag of holding. Like it's gonna be gross.
Well, that's
Cannibal.
a funny thing too. Is like with the wounds that you've seen in them, you have no idea where that acidic liquid came from that shot all over Luca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. You have fun chopping off his head.
She
You
asked me what it was.
You say
I
Reich's
said
bag
shit.
of holding. As soon as you put it in the bag of holding, Reich wants nothing to do with it.
I'll
I don't say Reich.
He's
Oh,
not.
I do. Okay, if you're like, huh, I thought you wanted to carry them, and I'll...
I don't want to
Sorry,
carry
Reich.
a bag full of body parts.
It's not a body part. It's made of wood.
I swear to God, Stalbar, if those heads like acidically disintegrate everything else we have in the bag of holding, I'm not gonna be happy.
It's cannon. It's all magically protected against acid, surely.
I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true at all.
You already
Right.
know, but Stalbor barely understands what Cannith is as well.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not
I'll
that
say
he's dumb,
Stalbor.
he just knows.
Stalbor, why don't you put your goods in the bag of holding and put the head into your haversack?
I'm
that I
not.
gave you?
I'm not concerned about Stalbor's shit. I'm concerned about the notebook we have in there.
No,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll
I'm saying
wrap
put
the
all the
head
good shit in one bag and put the head
Wrap
in a
the
different
head
bag.
in some fabric or something and keep it in my bag.
Reminder that the way a handy haversack works is there's a large pouch and then there's two
That's tiny.
smaller pouches.
Oh,
You
I'll
put the
it
head
the
in one
big
small pouch with the other canned stuff in the other small pouch. You keep the big pouches separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll have it somewhere separate then. Cool. I want the head. I want to show Cannith the head.
Yeah.
Dude will be so happy.
We're keeping the head.
Mm,
Yeah, we want to go deeper probably into the swamp area on the same
Right.
course that we originally came.
smart. They gave us directions. They probably
Yeah.
would have kept going.
It stands to reason that if these guys died here, then there's probably more of the group around.
Also, I would have passed on the information about the like weird Warforged materials to Stalbar. Like keep an eye out for anything that they would want on them, like moss and shit. Like anything that looks like it's been collected or disturbed in the past.
Oh, can I make a little bit of a perception or
Like
investigation
while
we're
I'm
traveling
like trying
around
to
then?
navigate us like through that.
Yeah. Which one?
Do an investigation for that.
Oh, Eric.
Oh,
Oh,
Eric.
you Eric'd it hard. Oh, you Eric'd it bitter. Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, that was like Eric in this past combat, just like boof, doof, doof, doof,
Yeah.
doof. Like who rolls under 20?
Eric means good things too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Apparently.
Aw.
Yeah, sure it does.
This only happened because I was Eric.
Ollie, we should we have less than half an hour to lay off the Erics because he's DMing for us on Monday. You know what I
No,
mean?
don't worry. I got a tally.
Rocks fall.
It's
You
okay,
died
Maggie's the
7
worst
times.
person. Maggie's the worst
Just-
person. So
There's gonna be lots of crits.
yep, all on Maggie. All on Maggie. All right. So, anyways,
Aw.
let's you guys are brain's not working. Sorry. So you decide to continue this is where the path told you to go, to this area, and you clearly found it. You found where was stuff. I mean, is there more in this exact area where you are? Probably. Will you be able to find it? Unlikely. Could you spend time here to try to do so? Most definitely. But you wanted to continue traveling along the same thought pattern. Ollie, this is you first. Roll for me that survival check to try to math it out.
So
This time.
what about the natural 20 investigation?
I'm so
Oh.
sorry. I got so excited about making fun of Eric that I forgot. When you do that survival check in a couple of minutes, you're not going to have advantage on it. Okay, just to be clear. All right. For your investigation first, searching around, trying to find out. She was looking for bits for
Moss.
Warforged parts and whatnot. You
Yeah.
were doing the same
I'm
exact
looking
thing?
for that while we're traveling, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So she was gonna do survival, and he was gonna do the
I was going to be
investigation.
focused on this. I would be helping her less.
Mm-hmm.
So she wouldn't have advantage. I'd be doing this
Yeah.
instead.
So
Exactly.
you're definitely going to find things that you think are important based off of your knowledge of ancient dense forests and swamps and stuff like that from growing up in Aradel, which is a place that's the most similar to Kabara that you're going to find anywhere on this hemisphere of the planet, right?
Okay,
So,
cool.
I mean, maybe Zendrick, but Zendrick's woods are still very different from these. So you are traveling through and whatnot and trying to find that stuff. And when you go over to one in particular bit of bark, you're like, wow, this tree grows very different. It's like very, very differently. The others, they never would have been able to find it. As a matter of fact, Ollie, you probably shouldn't have been able to find it, but you notice that this tree grows differently somehow. And so you're interested in it. And you go over there. It doesn't seem harmful. It doesn't seem dangerous. So you go to investigate it. You probably make them alert. Hey, I'm going to check out that tree over there. It just looks strange to me or whatever. So you go over there to investigate it. And as you do
I'm an
so...
elf. I'm an elf. I'm being an elf.
Yeah. As you do so, you notice that there is something different about this tree. It's a real tree,
But it's hollow.
but it's hollow. It's alive. Clearly, it's alive. It's not an illusion, but it's hollow. And investigating even a little bit further, you swear you found where a door is, like a passageway, and even what you believe to be the means to opening it.
I would call everyone open, but tell them to stay back. Especially Kieran.
Hey!
And
I
then
like
I would
it.
open the door. So, like, stay back, not quite out of sight, but, like, just... If there's someone living here, in this tree, stranger things have happened. I don't want to scare them too much. And then I open the door.
Okay? So, you open the door, and as you do so...
How big is the door? Is it me size?
It's actually pretty decently sized. So its height is not super high. It's actually a little bit shorter than Stalbor, who's tall. The height of the door is probably about 5.5 feet, but the width of the door is pretty wide, also being about 5.5 feet. Right, so it's almost like an almost circle that what you're doing is as you do the release, moving a couple of vines and whatnot out of the way that release all of the pressure off of it. Then you grab this bit of door, and as you pull it away, despite how dense it is actually lighter than you would have expected and a lot thinner than you would have expected. And so you pull it away. Stalbor can do so with ease. He doesn't need Luca's big muscly arms to do the job for him. And when you look down, you can actually see that it immediately goes down into a darkened area. Now, your elven eyes can see that the darkened area starts off to be, looks like it's going into the trunk of a tree, then through some thick roots and into some dirt, but then into very well carved stone passageway at the tail end of where your eyes can see.
There's two possibilities about this. Either this is where orcs live, they can help us, or Kenneth made this. I don't know enough about Kenneth to know if they would make secret tree hideouts. I don't know enough about orcs to know if they'd make secret tree hideouts.
The
But
question
every
we
single
need to-
bit of me wants to go in there.
Hmm.
the
Does
question
that
we need
sound-
to
Go.
ask is-
We should check it out just in case.
Does that sound familiar to me at all? That like any of these would orcs do that? Would you know what I mean?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Then let's just go in. There's no better way to find out than investigating.
Yeah, it's good to know.
I would start to go and be like, Luca, you won't be able to see in there. Don't really want us to make a light. Maybe it might be
Well-
better to make a light, because then if someone is in there, we know that we've...
Yeah, we're going into the possibility if someone's home doesn't mean that they're naturally going to try to attack us. So maybe we should announce ourselves.
Really? You're concerned about it being a home? There are
Well, I
monsters
mean-
here.
It could be,
Well, no,
and I
but-
don't want to be mean.
So not even that, but if it's someone's, if this were my home, and a bunch of adventurers came in, I would naturally attack them, and then
Yeah, that's
we
fine.
would
And then
attack
we
back,
kill
and then
them.
we kill, yeah, and then we kill it. But then we just killed an innocent thing for no reason, other than the fact that we were in its
They
house.
attacked us.
Because we were in its house.
We are not
Well-
attacking whatever lives here unless it is a monster.
Yeah.
We just killed all this surrounding people. Like we did that. That's the thing we did
Yeah, I
Those
tried
were
not to
not
until
people,
they attacked me.
those were trees.
until they attacked you.
Yeah,
exactly.
I did not attack them until they attacked me.
You guys are overthinking this, and I'll just go forward.
I wanted to be. God.
Okay,
I
fine.
could
You
just
go
rush
first.
after.
So Kieran just rushes forward, and Stalbor's like, "I found it." All right, so you guys, Kieran just goes
Like
walking
pushing
forward,
each other.
making her way down there. And as she walks down, it has a bit of a hard time. Oops, slips on her butt, catches herself, and makes her way down into the hovel, and then finally stands in the stone. In the stone area where you stand, Kieran, the walls, the passageway down here is about 7 feet wide, so two people can walk side by side comfortably, but maybe not wield swords that way comfortably. And the ceilings down here are actually at a nice, comfortable 7 feet tall, making a cube of an area that you're walking through. As you're walking down it, you can see that at first, the first little bits of stone have vines that kind of like grow across it, and like dirt and moss and whatnot that cover it. But the further in that you go, it gets cleaner and cleaner and perfectly clean to the point where you can see that this stone seems to be maybe marble, or maybe it's been polished so much so that it comes off as being like a marble, and you can see like the beautiful natural grains that are inside this stone. Maybe if any of you guys were dwarves, you'd be able to be better at stone cutting. None of you guys have stone cutting abilities, do you?
No.
I do want to make a history check to see if this sounds familiar in any way.
Sure, go ahead.
I have no proficiency in history. I just
Sure.
want to roll the bones.
No, not at all.
Okay. So it's
However-
just weird.
As you guys continue walking down this tunnel that actually extends on for about 250 feet before when it finally comes to its edge, and I imagine the walking order is Kieran, probably immediately next to her is Stalbor, like literally in tow with her. And then immediately behind that would be Reich, and then Luca behind Reich.
No, nah, Luca would be in the middle because he can't see well. So
Okay.
he would be like, yeah, if he's at the end,
maybe even
like,
hand on Stalbor's shoulder because that's like your
Yeah.
closest friend. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
shoulder. We'll go with shoulder.
Okay.
No, I was kidding.
And so you
You want to
guys
hold
keep
my
making your way.
hand? You can.
Kieran and Stalbor, so you guys are the first ones to see. Reich, unfortunately, you're the last to see, and Luca, you can't. So Kieran and Stalbor, when you guys finally get to the end of the tunnel, what it actually opens up to is it comes to a sudden end, the tunnel does, where it goes through a slight incline at first, like a rise up, and then as you guys are walking upwards, it opens up into a huge room that is perfectly squared room that sets down another 100 feet down.
Jeez.
I'm telling you it's 100 feet because you can see into the darkness and you can like hear a small amount of noise going on down there, and you can just tell with like your keen senses or whatever that no, it's very close beyond my sight. You're guessing 100 feet. That being said, though, you guys are making a lot of noise coming up. Kieran and Stalbor, roll me perception checks because you have clean hearing. You don't have tunnels or people in front of you or. So, Kieran, like I said, you just kind of hear a bit of noise down there. Stalbor, you actually hear people down there speaking. Like, it's very quiet.
Is it a language I recognize?
Actually, yes and no. You've heard it before, or at least you think you have. Roll me an intelligence check. You're pretty sure you've heard it before, but it sounds nothing like this. This sounds so unique and different. Anyways, there's a whispered conversation, and again, with
So
your
what does it kind of sound like, or is it just something I've heard in?
it's
in
a
chat?
language you've heard before, but again, it sounds so different. It's really hard to put your thumb on.
Okay, cool.
But with your 23 perception check, all of a sudden you notice that it stops.
All right. When I hear that, I will in Dwarven just basically just be like, "Hello. We
See-
mean no harm." Just in Dwarven first,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of like, then in Abyssal.
Okay.
I kind of would look at Kieran and then do it in Abyssal.
Okay, so when you say hello, there's a pause, but then when you say it in abyssal, you hear chanting.
Oh, what the fuck?
Suddenly
Good
you
chanting
start
or bad chanting?
bad chanting. Like as soon as you say hello in abyssal, you start to hear an incantation being cast. Once again, in this language that
Alright.
you just is so removed from you, you don't know what it is.
I'm
And everybody can hear the chanting, but you guys in back far more faints than the ones in front.
Do we understand the language?
Scott, I jump down. I take off my ring of featherfall, I jump down, I put it on when I get close.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Stalboard, like, if she just does that really quickly, Stalboard fucking launches after her as well.
1 second, really quickly.
No, it's 100 feet down. He'd run up and stop.
Yeah,
He'd
that's a
run
lot
up
of
and
damage.
Watch her go.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Did you see what I was saying in Discord before with the person that I met that literally fell
Yeah.
and like broke themselves, that they were
I-
hospitalized for a long period of time and everything?
I
like-
believe featherfall is 60 feet. That's why I take it off first.
Yep, I understood that. Also, the last ring that you put on kind of takes effect, but I think you can be bound to all of them, can't you?
Last ring? I can be on to all of them, yes.
Oh, okay, you can be bound to all of them. I'm just checking your
Yeah.
languages
There's
to
no,
make sure
there's
that...
no like limit in 5e.
I'm just
I
confirming
know,
everybody's- No, I got you. I already checked. That's why you saw your page flip on you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted
I
to
tried the
double-check
weird
that.
languages I have.
So, Kieran, you do that. You all of a sudden you just jump down, pulling off your ring as you jump, and you throw your ring on, stopping at the bottom. And what you see down there, as you like impulse do that, and they see them before you. Once you finish casting that, once you get down there, they finish casting the spell. And what they actually cast was a spell that Dancing Lights, and it illuminated the entire area up above with 3 globes of light that are this like greenish yellow, almost reminds you of the color you imagine swamp gas would be, right? So 5 globes of greenish yellow kind of slowly spinning around one another way up above, illuminating your friends, especially Stalborg because he's not in the hallway still. By the way, since she jumped down, there's enough space for Reich to step up. I imagine Luca didn't want to be on the ledge, but now Luca can see. Karen, what you see when you go down there in the darkness is you see 3 forms that you're very quickly able to identify as being orcs. Not half orcs, full-blooded orcs. Have you seen them before? Yes, but very, very rarely.
Barely.
What you also see down there is this very strange-looking creature. At first you think it's a hobgoblin, but then you come to realize the way that their nose is depressed, the way it has almost like a slit-like indentations into its nose, it almost looks like the elongated features, the strange patterns of dots on its head, the elongated head itself, its longer arms with slightly elongated fingers and whatnot, just the angular features. It looks like a hobgoblin mixed with some sort of reptilian creature. As a matter of fact, Kieran, could you roll me a history check?
I mean, Kieran doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Kieran, you think it looks like a hobgoblin mixed with some sort of reptilian creature. But the last thing that you're able to see down here, way up there, the glow is too faint for you to see it, but now that you're down here, you can see it. You see that impressed into the ground over in a corner, somewhat into the ground and somewhat into the wall, is a 7-foot wide, this whole room itself, by the way, like I said, it's perfectly squared out chamber. It's actually 20, what did I say it was 7? So it is 28, right? Yeah, 28 by 28 is what the chamber is down here. So perfectly in the center, but off to the side is a circular disc that is 7 feet in diameter. And on this disc are strange, almost like one giant rune, but strange like filigree kind of embossed into it that has this very, very faint glow to it. On the outer parts of that huge stone-like disc that's set into the ground, look like huge metal clamps that are designed to hold this disc in place. I mean, it's strange. They have magic on it, and then something to hold these things in place, and 4 different spots, almost like the 4 corners if it wasn't a circle that didn't have corners. So when you land on the ground and do that, the orcs look at you. They look at you questioningly, but not looking like they're going to attack or fight or anything like that. They're actually looking at you with curiosity. Roll me an insight check, please.
Kieran doesn't care.
But the The reptilian-looking
Keep telling yourself
hobgoblin.
that.
The reptilian-looking hobgoblin that you see walks towards you menacingly, like straight backed, and walks towards you with a lot of purpose in its step and very menacingly. Kieran, you actually got the drop on them. You actually surprised them. What do you do?
Oh god.
So Kieran is gonna reach into her bag and gonna pull out a loaf of bread that she bought a few days earlier before coming up here, and hand it, like, hold it at them, and be like, "Hi."
Oh, I'm so scared! Lightning bolt.
Good Karen. Good Karen.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Sorry for interrupting. I'm Kieran Deliriandar, and we're looking for missing people in this forest.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
Do you say that in common so I just hear you like
I
say that?
do. In common.
Stalbo does start laughing. Like peering down. He's like leaning over the edge, like looking down.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
You so you okay. Scared the shit out of me. So this creature here, it stands before you, hand out the loaf of bread. It looks at the bread and then looks back up at you, and a very cold shiver runs down your spine. A very cold shiver runs down your spine as you come across a new experience like you've never felt before. You feel something reach out into you and touch your mind. It barely touches your mind, and you feel a whisper into your mind itself that just straight out asks, "Why do you trespass on these sacred grounds?" And with that, we are going to stop this session this
That
week.
whole bag of notes.
Oh man.
Oh, that's great.
Oh man. Ollie,
It was a
you
good fight.
a natty 20 on your goddamn investigation check, coming across a very, very, very secret thing. Oh, this is so good. This is
It's
so
exciting.
Stalbo gonna stal. What can I say?
Story of my life, dude.
Yeah.
good. Oh man. All right. So, Kieran, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
For what?
You
Yeah,
sucking
nothing
at
wrong's
combat.
happened.
Oh,
and
it's
mental-
fine.
Ah.
It happens.
She has a lightning bolt so much. She can't complain that much.
It's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right, guys. I mean, yeah, that was. Sorry, that was that. Are we playing next week? We are. Okay, so before we go into our usual, who are yous? What are we doing? Goodbyes. I'm sorry. I'm just so built up for this
You were
moment.
just lost
I don't
for
want
a
to
second
stop.
there.
I don't want to stop. I legit don't want to stop. I want to
Yeah.
keep going.
It's
But
that
Will,
third hour
We could keep
need.
going.
Will
Forget
has
Luca.
to. Will has to
I
go
don't
to
care
bed.
about Will.
Yeah, he has to go to bed.
Look at
It's-
him. He's so
It's like
grumpy.
the
over
worst
there.
part about Friday is that it's only a 3-hour session. It murders me every
know.
week. But life responsibilities,
I
right?
think it doesn't murder you every week because you're alive right now. And we've been doing at least 11 sessions.
Haha, got him.
Got him.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
It wasn't
Hi,
his
my
voice,
name's
it was-
Will from Will Call.
No. Hold on, Will. Hold on.
On
Before we
Instagram.
go into that stuff. So this Monday, because it wasn't really announced before, this Monday,
Fun day,
starting
fun
at
day, fun day.
this Monday, starting at 10 p.m. So it's actually gonna be a little screwy. So I do apologize. That's why I'm doing this first. Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. The next Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. The Monday after that, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, and then 2 Mondays after that, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be on the countdown timer, 100% correct, and I will post it into the Discord so you'll have it. It's a little wonky, but what we're doing is we're actually having Eric, Kunsei64, DMing a campaign. It's an all-religious campaign where all the characters worship the same god, whereas I'm going to be one of the PCs. Ollie's going to be another PC. It actually, Maggie, or Margaret Crone, in all the places, is going to be the third PC. We're going 3 PCs. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're playing level 7 religious characters worshiping the same god. I hope you could stop by and check it out, or at least check out the VODs afterwards. I'm curious to see what kind of story Eric comes up with his first time ever DMing on Roll20. We all see how well he does as a PC. All right. With that being said, Oliver, who are you? How can we find you?
Oliver, please, sir, can I have some more D&D?
Oh,
I'm Ollie. I do things. I do my own show on Wednesdays at what is it, like 7 p.m. GMT, which Scott's on and Erin's on, and it's been really good lately. Like they've gone explored a new part of the world. There's actually plot now because Erin's in it. It's all good. I'm also on the other thing that Scott does, the other show. I'll be on that Monday thing. And if you needed another reason to watch that, I am playing a kobold cleric,
Fucking awesome.
and it's gonna be great. I also do art streams on Tuesdays and Fridays, and then I play something afterwards. I might be taking a little bit of a break from The Sims, just because I've been playing it for a long time. And on Sunday, I'll be playing Super Mario Galaxy. Oh, yeah, and next Saturday is my birthday. So
Ooh!
next Friday, I'll try and do a little bit of a special stream instead of the regular art stream, where I try and get as many peeps on as possible to play dumb games.
Exciting.
Fun.
So, hopefully we could get it on all of that. I'm excited to do like a fun little thing like that. So you say, oh shit, wait.
It's Black Friday, yeah. Right, we talked about this before.
Yeah, actually, because it's technically your birthday. Did you want to do that instead of Eberron, or did you just want to do that on?
No, I still want to do Eberron.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted to instead of Eberron. We'll just go over.
No,
to your
I was
channel
gonna do it
and
instead
hang
of
out.
my stream.
Okay, so we're still gonna do Eberron. I won't lie, I'm happy because like this story is very interesting to me. So okay,
No,
cool.
I'm down. I'm down. I technically would be playing it into my birthday, so around about when the stream starts, it'll be my birthday.
Yay! Which means we have to
Yay.
give Ollie all sorts of presents. All right, cool.
That's right.
Stalbo wants a Pegasus.
Erin, it's you. You're next. Please go.
Hi, I'm Erin. I am Rensen on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, all that jazz. I play with Scott and Ollie on Wednesdays, and I play here Friday, and that's what I do.
Aren't you also going to help write the story that's going to be going on Mondays?
Probably. I do that a lot with Eric and Scott. I'll help out with story stuff.
I'm excited about that
Anytime
because you also helped me to write Rye's story over in Lost Initiative. So I like your writings, and I know that I can expect some sort of plot twist fuckery because of the fact that you
of
wrote
course.
it. So we'll see how that actually goes.
I like everything about DMing except for the actual DMing part. So I prefer to do like campaign modules and shit like that.
Cool. Thank you. Eric, who are you? How can we find you?
Well, I'm Kunsai64 and everything that matters, including the Discord, which you guys should join. I play here on Fridays, and I'm going to be at least temporarily DMing on Mondays. I'm looking to do more DMing on stream, so look out for that. But for the time being, Mondays and Fridays, you'll find me here. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. And even though you already started, you go right ahead and tell us who you are, Will.
On the interwebs, you could find me at Will Call Brewing on pretty much everything, and you could talk to me about beer stuff or anything, or according to Scott, if it's about food or my hatred of Erin, I'll talk about it. So that's the interwebs, and in about 5 minutes IRL, you could find me in my bed, passed out. So there you go.
All right. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. I am now, since I have Twitch, I can no longer bitch about it. I am Daleric in
You
all the
are
places. I am Daleric. I am the Daleric. Fuck you, Mr. Daleric, the Italian streamer that also does table talk and role-playing games. I would love to meet that guy. It'd be super fun to debate him. That'd be really cool. But anyways, I will see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Random hate towards some really nice guy that I tweeted at once.